What up, folks? I'm ULTRAZILLA, and this weekend is the New York Comic Con, just in case you haven't heard, or haven't seen my Instagram or Facebook this weekend. I went on a Thursday, so we're gonna take a look at a bunch of the stuff that I got to see. Now, there's been a lot of stuff that's been revealed, like, after the fact, so you're gonna have to wait for my Ultra Z news or check out my Facebook page for actual news bits. But here we're gonna just like take a look at some of my picks and a lot of my videos from the show floor. Do check out my Instagram for additional picks there, a lot of additional picks. Where we started out here though was Fan Home. This was the first stop. They do a lot of like magazine type style things where you get like pieces one a time. The Megazord looked insanely big and amazing. There was a lot of really cool stuff there. I don't really get into this stuff, but it is incredible and amazing. I was gonna say both at the same time to see. Really nice. I mean, I really liked it. And then from there we checked out, well, we being me for now, I checked out Ninjambi, which I've reported here on the news, and you might have seen it on my Instagram as I've encountered it in stores. Really cool, stuff. That guy, and there was a guy that just took that right out of my hand. But a lot of interchangeability, and they had all the stuff there to play around with. It was kind of cool. I really liked it, and maybe something I might check out. There's like a slime factor as well with a really cool vehicle. There was even a big version of that really cool vehicle that I got to ride. Why not? Then next to them, I'm not sure if it's the same company, but Armorsaurs or Armored Saurus. You might have remembered I reviewed one of these Korean toys about a year ago or so. They're coming to the US, and it's going to be on Disney, and that's pretty cool. Kind of like Power Ranger style, where they kind of redone a lot of the English-speaking parts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the parts to be English-speaking. But very awesome. I am very excited about that, to be honest, because more accessibility to these toys is definitely what I'd like to have. Then Hasbro was in the house with the incredible Titan class Grimlock right on display. As soon as you walked through, it looked absolutely incredible. That sculpt is gorgeous. There was a lot to see here, and I'm very happy about them just having a huge presence here. It felt like it was well overdue, and a lot of new stuff, a lot of cool things, again, that we're going to be talking in the Ultra Z news, so do stay tuned for that. But it was good stuff all around here, no doubt about it. A very nice presence, in my opinion, here at the show. But yeah, like I said before, there's stuff here that was, there's stuff that's there that was put there after I got there, on Friday and whatnot. So, it is one of those things where, we catch up. We will catch up to all of it, but it didn't take away from my experience there. I had a really good time. Couple of new 13 figures in that display. Again, we will go over it in the news. This is all about just like, what we saw, in the moment. And in the moment, we saw a lot of Hasbro stuff, which was great throughout their lines. This was all like their licensed stuff as well. But yeah, really good presence. Like I said, all brands were represented well, from G.I. Joe to Star Wars. I don't think I got much Star Wars. Marvel Legends, neither. Not much for me this time. But I did pick up the Nemesis Prime figure. Like, it looked really cool, but man, it was pricey, guys. It was a little bit too pricey, in my opinion. Right behind Hasbro was a Joy toy. Really a nice accounting of mostly Warhammer stuff. I didn't see like much else. I can't remember if there was the turtle stuff that they're doing in their display, but boy, man, the Warhammer stuff is just absolutely stunning. And they were actually behind like the actual like Warhammer booth. So, you know, it made sense for them to be doing that. Next up was Mezco, and man, they had some really cool stuff on display, like you just saw the Doc Nocturnal and Yeti set. I really liked myself. But, you know, Casey Jones was there, lots of cool stuff, Samurai Jack, you know, just all of their, like, awesome 112 stuff, you know, Power Rangers, just tons of cool things. Here's another look at the Yeti. I really like how that Yeti looks. I get just the Yeti, honestly, but, you know, I don't know if I want to go in with a Doc Nocturnal. You know, I've liked Mezco's 112 stuff, obviously, before, but it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of not, like, getting it as much. The 5 points stuff they still got coming, and a lot of nice things there as well. But overall, you know, they're nice displays, but I'm just not much getting the Mezco stuff currently. And then, you know, we had some, like, really cool, like, art, like, designer toys from, I forget from who, but of One Piece stuff. My bad. But yeah, nice looking stuff. That's for sure. Then Toy Tokyo was around, and I'm kind of going linear here of how my day went, honestly. Just going through the day, straight, you know, from beginning to end. You know, like, Toy Tokyo was cool. I saw a lot of cool stuff there. I always like looking at their stuff. For sure, you know, whether in store or, you know, at cons, you know, Toy Tokyo is an NYCC staple, for sure. Then Loyal Subjects, man, had me going with the mess stuff. Man, they were getting me in that nostalgia. I had a few on pre-order, I canceled them, but I might be back. And then there was Haya. That's right, Haya Toys brought it here, guys. A really nice display of stuff. Mothra set with Tsuko, fully revealed here. It's called the Mothra Premium set, and it looks fantastic. It really does. Beautiful stuff. Had a really good conversation with the folks at Haya. You know, like, very long overdue conversation. You guys know, I've documented it before, you know, I just haven't been working with Haya in a bit, and we had a really great conversation. I'm very happy how that went. So, hey, you know, good things ahead for sure from Haya, from ULTRAZILLA, but awesome stuff. Everything looks really fantastic, honestly. I cannot wait to get some more pieces in the collection, especially some of the new stuff out right now, like both the Kongs I really still need. But yeah, you know, there's some good stuff coming, and there's some good stuff in this display already that just looked absolutely phenomenal, like, for sure. There's no doubt about it, you know, this stuff looked great. That Kiryu, you know, we talked about it for a while, and boy, that really was a gorgeous piece. And some of these pieces, just like, you know, in person, just have such a great presence. So, good stuff, Haya, for sure. And from Haya, we went to Tamashii, and yeah, Godzilla was front and center there, the event exclusive. But bigger news, Wicked SHF figures were revealed, and they look pretty good. Then we got some Gundam Universe 2.0 figures to look at. I do want to get a couple of these at some point to check out, see what the differences are. But all in all, a lot of good stuff on display all around here. With, for me, like, honestly, the biggest highlight was the Gamer vs. SHF Cyclops and Spider-Man. These figures look incredible. If you love the old Capcom game, these are going to be for you. And then there was Godzilla. Godzilla was around, stomping around. He was, at this point, he was coming back from his first Godzilla booth, like, photo ops. And he was so cool. And I tried to get a selfie with a... Didn't really work out. He didn't really want to stop for me. But we'll get back to Godzilla later. Next up was the Mondo booth, and they had a lot of great things on display. Everything looked awesome. Like, there's no doubt about it. Everything looked phenomenal. These gargoyles looked incredible. incredible. I think that was new, honestly. But yeah, from Ghostbusters to Masters of the Universe to our pal Godzilla, Turtles, everything. Everything was very cool in this booth. There was no doubt about it. And especially the Masters of the Universe 2000X, man. Like, yeah, look at these things. I was really impressed with those. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff here. But the highlight for me was talking to Hector RC and Attack Peter of Mondo. You know, I've had interactions with both in the past, and it was really good to, you know, finally meet in person. So, excellent there. Loved that. That's like, you know, the best part of cons, guys, is meeting the folks that are behind the stuff that we love. Speaking of stuff we love, check out this awesome James Groman designed Stripe Gremlin from Culturefly. You would think maybe it was Mondo as well, but it was Culturefly, and that looked great. And then, good God, let's talk about Bandai's Godzilla booth, because they went all Coney Island here, and that is phenomenal. That draws on my personal heartstrings like you wouldn't believe. And, yeah, they did a great job here. Like, honestly, the booth looked fantastic. It just felt like a Coney Island, but like Warriors era Coney Island. So pretty cool. There was a lot of cool stuff on display. For more pics and description of things, please do check out my Instagram for a lot of pics there. But just a lot of great stuff on display, like beautiful stuff, like new stuff, old stuff. Nothing like super new, although the Ichibansho Monster Lee's line was new to me, which I zoomed by a little bit earlier with Mechagodzilla, Space Godzilla, and Shin Godzilla. But a lot of cool stuff. Like, here's some monster arts. These are the new forthcoming, I forgot what they're called. Those new one, you know, those reissues. Good stuff. Good stuff. You know, one thing that surprised me was that Godzilla 2004 I'm looking at right now. That looked a little bit different, the head. I think that's been documented, and they might have changed the head on that for that re-release. I don't think I'm going to get another one, because I hated the first one. But yeah, I mean, you know, that might be something you might be interested. But all in all, you know, there's so much Godzilla product now. This looked great too, by the way. I gotta get this. The Final Wars Godzilla Banpresto. I almost bought it there. It was out early there, but just didn't feel like carrying it, you know? I don't know. I kind of went back later and then decided, you know, maybe I'll grab it at a later date elsewhere. I didn't really need to have it right now. I have a lot to review, guys. So I really didn't buy much at the show, which, you know, for me is a good thing. It's always good to save a bit of money. Well, here's more shots of the booth. I mean, kudos, really, guys. I mean, like, you couldn't have done a better job here. But then you see this and you're like, oh my god, they could have, and they've done even better. Like, look at this amazing diorama featuring Destroyer and Burning Godzilla from the Godzilla action figure series by Black Series, Isaiah Takahashi. And if you haven't seen his photography, do check him out on Instagram. Just gorgeous stuff all the time, and the dioramas he creates for that photography is top notch. And you know, obviously, you know, Bandai used them for this, so you know he's the goods. But yeah, this is absolutely stunning, as is the rest of the booth, because look at this awesome, like, just like right out of the 80s Subway platform and train car. Like I said, very much like the Warriors era here for, you know, Brooklyn. And yeah, I feel it. I feel that. And then, as you see, we have NECA here, and they had a lot of really cool things on display as well. You know, a lot of turtle stuff, of course. You know, there's always a lot of turtle stuff from NECA. These guys look really good. Again, I don't really know the Last Ronin stuff too well, but I love the Garfield and Odie there. Thought that looked really good. And then, oh my gosh, Big Bird looked phenomenal. The TMNT 2012 turtles are on their way. Stay tuned for those reviews here on the channel. But tons of horror stuff, alien stuff. All of the alien stuff look good. I'm really glad I'm back into alien. You're gonna see more aliens coming up here on channel. The Jaws game of Jaws figure looks absolutely stunning, and that might be coming soon too. I just got notice that BBTS is getting theirs very soon, so do stay tuned. Predator Badlands was shown off, I believe, for the first time, their figures there, so that's awesome. And then I went over to their Kid Robot section. They also had some really fun stuff, as they always do there, so always cool. And then, hey, guess what? Diamond had a section in the NECA, as you guys know. Diamond was taken over by NECA's parent company, so a lot of cool stuff, a lot of different companies in their display, including Boss Fight, including X Plus, Star Ace, actually, which is here on the bottom, was there. Bunch of different things. You saw the Blitzwave Voltron above, so yeah, we're gonna see how everything works out with Diamond being part of that family. But I wish, our pals at Diamond Select Toys was part of this. They certainly deserve it, and they were all definitely missed here at the show. Move along though, Handmade by Robots had a bunch of the Godzilla exclusives, which were cool, and then, oh my gosh, can't talk about Godzilla without these tremendous pieces from Easy Hobby Omega Beast. This is their Burning Godzilla exclusive for the show, which looked absolutely insane, and there's obviously pieces to make it frosted over. Huh. God, it was insane. But everything looked amazing. Their Godzilla Minus ones are really, really second to none in terms of sculpt. ULTRAZILLA Jr. like that one. Yeah, ULTRAZILLA Jr. What? ULTRAZILLA Jr. Yeah. We'll get to that. But yeah, cool stuff all around here, of course. Just, I mean, look. These things are tremendous, and they're so eye-catching. I mean, I can never collect them, I feel like, because they're just too big. Where would I put them? But I can see anyone that loves, like, the high-end, how you would love these guys. They're just absolutely spectacular. Look at this Gomora. Holy cow. Absolutely awesome. Shout out to our pal Andrew Wong G forever. He was at the show repping Easy Hobby in NYC. And then ULTRAZILLA Jr. arrived. That's right, Mama Lanty took ULTRAZILLA Jr. down to the con because I had an extra pass. We'll get to that at the end. But yeah, it was really great that he was able to come. He hasn't been here since, like, he was a little kid. And it was really great to have him with me for the last 2 hours. He had a really, really good time at the show. Saw a lot of cosplay that he loved, and and hey, here we go. Here is our here's our pictures with Godzilla. We got in line and got our official pics with Godzilla, and that was very, very, very cool. You know what was also very cool? Get in to meet and take pictures with Ronda Rousey, because I've mentioned it many times here in the past, but I'm in the comic industry, and I lettered her graphic novel, so it was really great to finally meet, and she was awesome. She was awesome, and ULTRAZILLA Jr. had a really cool time meeting her as well. I really liked it, but overall, yeah, he had a fantastic time. Again, a lot of cool cosplay of things he's into. Hopefully, like, next year, we could, like, spend an entire day, because there's just so much to see, guys. There's so much to see. Case in point, the new Hasbro Tron line of figures. This wasn't there earlier, but they revealed it during their first panel. And it was there later, so we got to check it out. There's 1/18 scale HasLabTron figures. Again, we're going to talk about this in the next Ultra Z news. And then Tron Legacy 1/12 scale figures. I want them all, but we'll see if I could actually get them all. There's some problems with that, for sure, but good looking, there's no doubt about it. As I wrap things up here, I want to shout out the great Heisenberg of the Luminous channel. Without him, I wouldn't have been here today, nor last year, so really, thank you for the passes, you and your pal, because that's how ULTRAZILLA Jr. Got in to the show, so I thank you guys both. Very, very cool of y'all. Do check out the Luminous channel if you have not, for a lot of awesome Godzilla reviews and, you know, opinions and all kinds of news as well. And yeah, there you go, guys. That was my experience. I didn't get too much, just got the Armada, but I got some other cool little things to look at, like the Haya catalog and a nice little fan. Thanks for the fan. As well as the Godzilla Gazette. I got to look at that stuff. Maybe there's some shorts in the works on those items. We'll see how it goes. But overall, I had a great time, and looking forward to next year's show as well. Hope you dug my footage from said show. Again, be on the lookout for the Ultra Z news. You know, we got a lot to go over there, guys. A lot to go over. Some things in here that I'm going to talk about further, and a whole lot more news. Because like I said, I was only there on Thursday, and there was so much more that came out. So, hope you dug this video. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go and sub yourself for daily content and let me help you diversify your collection. Till next time, peace out, peeps.